Scorpio, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Scorpio, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards. Going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, Scorpio, so let's see what's going on. Thank you for coming back to see my videos. I did have an issue with my computer. I had to go get a new one. It was so much chaos. I had to wait for it and blah, 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 blah. But anyways, I am back. So let's get started on your reading, Scorpio. See what's going on. All right, Scorpio, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Scorpio for their highest good, Spirit. Wow. Okay, Scorpio. Let's do this over here. So you have, so you do have cleansing waters. It says purification activates vibrant life forces. So really clear your energy, okay? Like really get grounded, really go outside for walks, be in the nature, you know, something like that, stuff like that. Listen to high vibrational music also, you know, just really try to get yourself grounded, okay? And then you have uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. So definitely, I feel like, you know, everything that you've been going through, all the obstacles, everything that you've been doing, you know, I feel like even if it feels like there's nothing, like nothing is happening, you're not going to get nothing, just know that there is some kind of treasure at the end of it, okay? Just know that. All right, so let's see what's going on for you, Scorpio. Take what resonates with you, Scorpio, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Scorpio. Scorpio, Scorpio, Scorpio. One card for the current. One for the situation. One for the, oh, okay, for the past. Do that right here. One for what's hidden. One for the hopes and fears. Oh, okay. One for what you need to do now. What you need to work on. And the outcome. What is the outcome? Wow. Wow. Nice. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right, Spirit. Thank you, Spirits. All right. So, Scorpio, you start off with the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is talking about that there's a cycle ending, a new one is beginning, but your luck is changing for the better. Things are moving for you. The wheel is turning in your favor. Karma is here. Like whatever's destined for you will reach you no matter what. You do have the Page of Pentacles here. The Page of Pentacles is talking about for the situation, you know, maybe you need to go back to school or learn something new. I feel like you need to really look at your finances. You need to be more focused. Also focus on what you want to create and do. For the past, you have the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is talking about resting, taking it easy. Nice. Really try to nurture yourself, you guys. Really rest, okay? For what's hidden, you have the Six of Wands, Scorpio. Also take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I don't know if I said that or not. The Six of Wands is here, and you're really being recognized. I feel like, you know, you're going to start feeling like, you know, you're free, like you can do anything. You're going to have that confidence. You're going to be successful. You're going to have that victory. So it's nice. People recognize you for everything that you're doing. It's just very interesting. Very nice. You have Scorpio, you have the Hangman for the hopes and the fears. The Hangman is talking about letting go of your past, saying things differently. You could also be waiting on something. Maybe you're waiting for something here. I'm got to see the cards. You do have the Nine of Swords here for what you need to do now, and that's really let go of this this anxiety, this worry that you have. It's in your mind a lot. You're thinking about everything. A lot of worry here also. not in being able to sleep. And for what you need to work on, you have the Eight of Cups. You know, it's time to leave everything behind. Like whatever it is that you're dealing with, it's time to leave it behind. It's time to start getting up and leaving it, because it's not going to do you any good. I also feel like you could be going on a spiritual journey. I feel like you're going in a different direction also. And then for the outcome, you do have the Sun card, which is a beautiful card to get. I love this card. It's a beautiful card the way it is, so sunny and bright. That's you. You know, you're gonna have positivity in your life. There's positive in everything. You're gonna start feeling happy, youthful, like you want to do everything, and it's just gonna be happiness. So it's nice. All right, Scorpio. So let's see why all these cards are here. Take what resonates with you, Scorpio, and leave the rest. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Clarify the Wheel of Fortune. Why is the Wheel of Fortune here for Scorpio? Wow. Wow. All right. So, you do have the Hermit card and the Wheel of Fortune with the Queen of Pentacles. They're asking you to really go within and try to meditate, you know, really clear your energy, because you have it here again. Here, remember I said try to ground yourself, because you're very, I feel like your mind is very cluttered, very disconnected. Really take the time to really clear your energy, okay? Really meditate. Try to get yourself grounded if you can. I also feel with the Queen of Pentacles that you need to start taking care of yourself more, Scorpio. There could be somebody around you that's pregnant, or there's some kind of, like, maybe there's children that you're taking care of or something like that. There's something here about kids. I also feel like there is some kind of abundance coming in, trying to come in for you. But you need to take care of yourself, because you've been trying to do everything for everyone, and you really need to start taking it easy and taking care of you. It's time to rest. You even have the Four of Swords right next to it, and that's telling me, you know, you need to definitely rest. Wow. All right. So, whew. So, you have also the Page of Pentacles. And why is the Page of Pentacles here for the situation? One more card. Wow. Okay. So you have the Knight of Swords here. Okay, so you have the Knight of Swords here. And the Page of Pentacles. You also have the Nine of Swords here. Wow. Okay, so let's just start with the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles are asking you to really look at your finances. Maybe you're in your mind about all these things. You know, maybe that's why you're not able to sleep. Maybe you're rushing into something, and you know, it's really weighing heavy on your mind. I feel like you really need to look at your finances, use your finances wisely. I feel like you need to really focus on what you want to create. You could also be learning something new. There's good news arriving. Maybe there is some kind of message that you're gonna get. It's gonna keep you up. You know, it's like there's a lot of worry, a lot of frustration here, and I truly feel like it's about your finances. You could also be going back to school, and maybe you're worried about that, but there's definitely something here. I feel also too with the Knight of Swords for you to really not rush into anything. Don't make any decisions on an impulse. Really take your time and see everything, like write everything out, do your research, and really look at everything. Okay, don't go and rush into anything, because I feel like there's going to be some kind of opportunity or some kind of message there, and it's going to be weighing you heavy, and I feel like you're going to just rush into it, and I feel like you need to really take your time about it. Okay. You do have the Four of Swords for the past. The Four of Swords is talking about resting, taking it easy, nurturing yourself. Really do that, okay? And I feel like it's now, and I don't feel like it's in the past. I do have to change the position on this one, because it's always like now. But really take it easy, Scorpio, okay? You do have the Six of Wands up here for what's hidden. And why is the Six of Wands here for Scorpio? One more card. Oh, okay. Wow, okay. So you have the Six of Wands here. Six of Wands is talking about, like, you know, you're really successful. You know, you want that, you want to just be happy and free, like being able to do everything you want, you know, feeling like that. I feel like you're right now, you're feeling very overwhelmed. I feel like you're carrying a lot on your shoulders about decisions, about your finances, about everything that's going on in your life. And I feel like you need to start setting boundaries, because you try to take everybody's problems, everybody's worries, and it's very hard for you. It's like you're just carrying it all on your shoulders, and you're very stressed out about everything. And I feel like you don't want to feel like that anymore. You want to just feel like happy and free and being able to do, you know, like just do whatever you want, you know. And right now you're feeling like you're just, you know, so tied down, and you really need to start taking it easy. Set boundaries. You have the World card here also, and the World card is talking about there is that new cycle, because definitely and the cycle is ending, because you have the Wheel of Fortune. So a new cycle is definitely coming in. New beginning is coming in. The world is turning in your favor. So just remember that your luck is going to change for the better, because I do feel like there is some kind of abundance here. You have the Hangman, and why is the Hangman here for Scorpio in the Hopes and Fears? One more card. All right, so you do have the Hangman here. The Hangman is talking about having your patience, being patient about things, because, you know, you've been working very hard. You want to reap the rewards, though. You know, it's like you know you've been doing the hard work. You know you've been doing everything that you need to do, and you feel like you haven't received the success that you need. You know, and I feel like you're waiting on that. I feel like you need to let go of, like, surrender your past, and to really know that, you know, you will reap the rewards, because the universe does see, God does see you've been working hard, but you just need to find your patience. You know, don't give up on anything, even though you're feeling tired, you're feeling frustrated, you're feeling hurt. Don't give up on anything, okay? Because you will definitely reap the rewards. It's just that you're trying, you know, you're trying to bring it in, and really hard, and you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to just let it come in. Okay, so really know that. Keep pushing forward, and don't give up on anything. Okay, don't give up on anything. Don't give up on yourself, and don't give up on working hard, because you will reap the rewards. You do have the Nine of Swords here, and why is the Nine of Swords and what you need to do now? One more card. Wow, you have the Devil card, and you have the Three of Pentacles. Wow, interesting. Okay, so with the Three of Pentacles, I feel like, you know, you do have a lot of support, friends and family. You know, you have a lot of support from them. There's also a partnership here, maybe collaborating with somebody to create something. I feel like people do look up to you as a role model. I feel like you need your patience. I feel like there's traveling here also for some of you guys. But I feel also too, with the Nine of Swords, that you're in your mind a lot, constantly. You know, maybe you're feeling trapped. Maybe you're feeling like, you know, you can't move forward, because you also have the Devil card here. The Devil card is saying, you know, there's patterns that you keep continuously go back to. You know, you go and continuously do the same thing over and over. Or there could be that, you know, there's habits, or there's things that are keeping you from creating what you want. You know, and they're asking you to really let that go. Okay, really try to work on that and let that go. Wow. And then you have the Eight of Cups here. And why is the Eight of Cups and what you need to work on? One more card. Wow. One more card. So you have the Eight of Cups, you have the Nine of Cups, and then you have the Sword, the Two of Swords. So there is a decision that you are trying to make. They're really asking you to do your research, to take off that blindfold, to really see things for what they are. There is something here that you are definitely going to leave. I feel like also too that you're going through the spiritual journey also. For some of you guys, you're really looking at all these, you know, you're looking at all these things about, you know, religion or spiritual journey, you know, like, you know, you're connecting the dots, like trusting your higher self. And that's what they're asking you, to trust your higher self. I do feel like you need to step back and see everything that you have accomplished, because for some reason you feel like you haven't done anything, and you need to really be grateful for everything that you have, big or small. Be grateful. Okay. I feel like there is some kind of wish fulfillment, that the universe is going to bring you something very good very soon, but you just need to have patience. Really need that patience. Have gratitude for everything, you guys, big or small. Definitely leaving something behind. You're going on a new direction. You're going in a new direction, a new journey. Okay, so just know that. And you are also going to make a decision. Don't make decisions in an impulse. Really take your time about it. And then for the outcome, you have the Sun card. And why is the Sun card here for Scorpio? Wow. Okay. Whew. So you do have the Sun card, and you have the Ten of Swords and the Four of Wands. So definitely there's something here that has come to an end. You know, whether it was an obstacle, whether it was a relationship, a career, a project, whatever it was, there's something here and it's coming to an end. But remember, it always, when you get the Ten of Swords, it always goes back to one. So it's like an ending will bring a new beginning. So just know that. They want you to think positive and everything, because everything's falling into place for you. You do have the Sun card, and the Sun card is like the best tarot card in the deck. Okay. There's positivity here. There's good vibes. You know, you're going to start feeling happy. You know, you're moving forward. There's going to be success. You know, things are just going to fall into place for you. But you also need to take care of yourself. You know, nobody else is going to be able to enjoy this but you, you know, and they're telling you. They're saying, you know, it's time for you to think positive, to just move forward. I feel like there is happiness here. I feel like there could be a proposal for some of you guys, and I also feel like you are definitely moving forward. But think positive, you know, think positive in everything. You know, even though you feel like you're in your mind a lot, even though you feel like you're, you know, frustrated, or, you know, you don't seem to be getting everything that you want, you know, still be grateful for everything, even if it's big or small. Be grateful, because you are going to be blessed, but you just need to have patience for it. Have patience and don't give up, okay? Because there's a new cycle coming in, so just be ready. All right, so Scorpio, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you next time. God bless.